Hey guys, Terry from Smooth's Workshop here. Right, starting a new thing. Little gadget reviews. Now, gadget I'm about to review is an LED, LCD, LCD digital microscope. Ooh, but it is what I would say is one of the cheaper, excuse my seat creaking, Chinese ones. Now, I bought my one about 5 months ago, and I'll be quite honest, I haven't actually used it yet. I have charged it up, but it seems my one has a couple of problems. You'll see when I go into the actual review of it, but there's supposed to be quite a few menu functions and modes to set time, date, video capture, external micro SD card and all the rest of it. Mine switches on and allows me to magnify stuff and it displays on the screen, but none of the menus work. Now, the one I've actually purchased, excuse me, was from GearBest. But these are generic Chinese things. It's basically called a G600 high definition 4.3 inch mobile phone repair microscope. And they are available on various different sites, but as I am now an Amazon affiliate, if you fancy getting one of these, even after me showing you my one, it isn't quite what it proposed to be. I'll put links down below, and I'm going to review this particular microscope with the standard stand that you get with it, and an additional stand, which is actually displayed on the side of the box. This one, for an additional cost. So I'm going to review the two of them at once, and you'll see why I got the additional stand at the time. But it appears, prior to me doing this little video, that my one isn't working 100%. So I have emailed them. As I say, I got mine from GearBest. But the one I will link you to is a KK Moon one from Amazon, which will hopefully all be working. So anyway, what do we need one of these for? Right, if you're anything like me and your eyesight's failing, I tend to use a thing called an optivisor, which is something you wear around your head like that. It's got differing magnifications on it. Brilliant, fine. Can give you a bit of a sore head. I got this mostly for electronics, but hopefully when I do a little demo on it, you can see you could possibly use it for fine detail painting. So I'm going to show the advert of the one that I actually bought. Now, it was advertised on GearBest. Now, the price I actually bought it for wasn't the £29.68, they do various offers, was £20.95 with free shipping. And the stand that I got, which goes with it, I got for £15.17. So the one I'm going to link you in below on Amazon, via the affiliates link, is a combined one that gives you both of them. So it tells you, oh, it's a 4.3 inch mobile phone repair microscope. Graphite black. Now, the one I selected was EU. It didn't have the UK option, so it didn't come with a UK plug for the power transformer. So that's bit. Let's go into the next sheet of this. So it basically shows you, there we go, 4.3 inch LCD display, magnification range 0 to 600 times, with about a 6-hour life on the battery. Okay. You can adjust the brightness. Okay, I can do that. Supports a 64 gig micro SD. Excuse me, I don't have one of those to try it out with. Auto turn off function, I haven't tested that. It's got a lithium ion battery in it. And it helps you to see tiny objects easily with a professional microscopic lens. I'll agree with that. Plastic, it's got a few different resolutions. My one seems to be stuck in 1080p, which is not a problem. It also does 720 in VGA. 3.6 megapixel CCD, that's the little chip it reads it. 4.3 inch HD LCD display, 1 to 600 times, 20mm to infinity, 900 milliamp hour battery. Haven't tested that. Haven't actually tested if it works for about 6 hours in various different languages. And a product weight of 0.480, 480 grams. And the last bit of info on it is just another little picture. This was all from the site that I bought it from. But there we go. It just shows you one microscope, power supply, data line, USB cable in other words, and English instructions. So you'll see these referred to as G600 digital mobile phone repair telescopes. Okay, so before I go into the stand and that, let's have a look and see what I actually got for my £21. So you get a box and it comes like this. Now, I'm not saying that the one that you get off at Amazon is from KK Moon is exactly the same as this, but bearing in mind that Chinese all sort of rip each other off, should I say that? Yeah, you're going to get something along the lines of this. So on the side of it, what have we got? Nothing really. Smart portable, CE, yeah, right, okay. All the different stands you get for it. High definition, high speed, portable, multi-purpose video, HD CMOS sensor, and all the different languages. So what do you get in the box? Right, so we opened L box up, and what do we get? Right, so we get an instruction manual in Chinglish. Chinglish is Chinese English. We get a USB cable. We get the little microscope itself. Ooh. We get a kind of mounting bracket that, to be quite honest, the reason I got the aluminium one, it's pretty useless. And in the one I got, because I didn't specify GB, because that was not an option, you get a, sorry for all the crinkling, a power supply, USB power supply with EU connections on. You can get the adapters and all the rest of it. Nah. Pile of poo-poo. Right, so that's what you get in the box. So you don't actually get a lot in the box. Right, so next up, the stand that you get with it. Right, I thought it was a suction cup. This is actually sticky based. So it's designed, from what I can see, although it appears to have, let me just check this. Now you can't peel that bit away. I thought it was just a suction cup, but it's got this sticky base on it, so it's designed to be stuck onto your platform, and the only adjustment is that, and a bit of swivel on there. Okay, and it's designed to hook into the back of your camera like that. And yeah, you're pretty limited in what you can do unless you were mounting it high up. So the stand that comes with it is totally useless. No other way of describing it. This does have a suction on it though. This is what I'm wondering about. Why is it sticky? Because it's supposed to be a suction type cup. Interesting. So maybe if you peel all that crap off, you can use it as a suction cup. But for me, that is just excess rubbish in the box. Right. So you get a USB lead for charging it up. That's fine. It doesn't actually do anything else on the computer. It just is for charging only. So on the side, we have the charging port. There's the slot for the micro memory card, and this is actually a brightness adjustment for the, now I'm just trying to see now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs that lights up underneath. That's your focus. You've got a power on button, that works. My menu button doesn't work. My mode button doesn't work. Any of the menu up and down buttons doesn't work. And OK doesn't work. Right, I'm not saying they're all going to be like this, but this was the one that I got from GearBest. So let's power it up for a laugh. So we've hit power up, so we have a display. Now, as I was on about with the LEDs at the bottom here, if I adjust the thumb wheel here on the side, I can increase or decrease the intensity of the LEDs on the bottom to see what we're looking at. And then I can adjust this little thing here, in theory, to get us into focus. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Now, what I was hoping to get this for is, let me just bring my camera up a little bit. What I was hoping to get this for is so that I can, because I'm so well zoomed in. Oh, is it picking up a smooth workshop? It is. It will focus on it. There we go. I was hoping to use it for showing you guys various different things. Now, as I say, I'm just going to turn this brightness down at the moment. It will look better when I put it in the other stand, so I'll turn that off. Menu button doesn't work on mine. Neither does mode. Neither does my left or right or anything like that. It's stuck in 1080p. And, oh, you're even seeing my pyjamas. Can we focus in on my pyjamas? That's quite funny. There we go, there's my pyjamas. Let's put some light on my pyjamas and see what else. Turn the lights up. There we go. That's my pyjamas. So it does work as a microscope. But none of my menus are working. Right, so let's just switch this off. As I say, for my uses, it'll probably be it'll be fine. So you get a little instruction booklet that tells you what all the various buttons are for. You can adjust resolution, date tag, motion detection, all that sort of stuff. You know, fill light, all this sort of stuff. None of that is working on mine. It tells you how to set it all up. Menu button's not working on mine. Mode button's not working on mine. Yeah. It tells you about the supporting 1 to 64 gig, brightness adjust, blah, 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 blah. All the different stands. That's it on its rubbishy stand that it has. A wee bit about the main parameters, etc, etc, etc. So, unfortunately, my one, for some reason, menus and that doesn't work. However, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be useful to me. So, second thing I'm going to show you is a aluminium stand that comes with it. Now, I bought them both separately. I got this one for £15.17. But it just tells you it's a microscope aluminium holder in silver. It tells you main features, heavy duty aluminium alloy holder, which it is, adjustable height, which it has, very easy to install, which it has, the weight, package weight, that's kind of a picture of it there, specifically designed for this USB microscope. And that's kind of what it looks like. Now, the only thing I'll say about it, with it being aluminium, is the base is shiny, 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 shiny. Okay. I have got some black neoprene rubber that I would put over the base of that because I just find it a bit too shiny. It depends what you're viewing. But that was what I got. And again, that was £15 odd. So the one that I'm going to link you into for Amazon, the combined price of both items is actually a bit less than what I paid. So what do you get with the stand? Well, the one that I got was just in a plain cardboard box. And you get a pile of parts. Alright, let's just bring my camera back down again. Okay, so let's have a look at the pile of parts. So we get this really shiny aluminium base. Now you can see why that would cause reflection problems when you're looking down at stuff. It has 4 big thick rubber feet in it, a couple of screw holes at the top. That's for mounting the upright part. So here's the upright. Okay, which has adjustment and stuff on there. So it's alright, it's not bad, it's all just a little friction screw there so you can slow it down. That's for gripping the camera. And another little bracket with, what else is in there? Nothing much. A little bracket with a couple of Allen screws and an Allen key. So let's just see how this all works then. So, right. Let's take this out. As I say, I'm not used to doing these wee gear reviews, but I'm quite disappointed that mine's did not work as expected straight out of the tin. That was kind of... There's no instructions come with this, so there's 2 threaded holes in there, 2 holes in there, and an Allen screw. Let's take the Allen screw, put it on with the Allen key. Now these are countersunk, these holes, and the Allen screws are not countersunk. Okay, so that's point number 1. And let's see, this is supposed to go into there. Will it go in? Will it go in? Diddly-did, diddly-did. Yep, I think they're M3s, something like that. So yeah, they've given you countersunk holes with non-countersunk Allen hex screws. So let's just get those in there. Slightly, I mean, I'm a mechanic to trade, so if you're putting something in a countersunk hole, what do you want? You want a countersunk screw. But anyway, it works. That bit goes in, bolts in. It's kind of ski with. Let's see if we can straighten it up a bit. It's a bit awkward when you're in countersunk screw holes, and yeah, not the best idea. Let's try and get it as square as we can. So there we go. It's kind of as square as I can get it. That's the base. So all you do with the top bit is you wind it into there. There we go. Till it gets to about there, and then you tighten up this wee black nut underneath, and that holds it kind of central, right? So you've got a tension screw in the back, otherwise it'll just fall down. So take the tension up a little bit so that you can do the rise and fall. Let's just adjust this camera a bit more. So we can do the rise and fall on it. As I say, adjust the tension on the back, and all that is just a friction. It's just a wee set screw in the back that sets the tension. So we'll take it up to maximum. Now it does appear to have a stop where the teeth finish. Can you see that? Where the teeth finish there. So it does stop at those thingy. So we'll just lock it off there. It has a round receptacle here with a couple of thumb screws designed for you to just slide the camera in like that. So let's do that then and tighten these little screws up. See if we can get it kind of central. Is it kind of central? Again, adjusting the camera because this is quite a big thing. So there we go. We've got a microscope, which doesn't appear very square. Yeah, it doesn't really sit all that square. And we can adjust, if I take the tension off in the back a little bit slightly, we can adjust the microscope up and down towards the item or up away from the item. Okay, fair enough. Let's just power this. Yeah, right. I'll turn the backlights on a bit. with a wee thumb screw on the side, so we get some light coming out. Can we get some light coming out? There's some light coming out. Let's see if we can focus onto what's down below there. There we go. That's what you see, this grainy sort of... Now, the good thing is, this is a good test for me. Means that I can actually use my phone to show you what I've got under here. So just for a laugh, I'm just going to put their instruction thing. There we go. And let's just vary the brightness slightly. I don't want it. It doesn't need to be too bright. It's kind of all on or all off. And then we can focus in using that. What about the picture of the little... Oh, there we go. Let's come away from it a bit. And focus it in. That's supposed to be a little bacteria. So you can see it. So, yeah, okay. Let's see what it's like with a piece of circuit board. So this is a little test board that I bought for doing various things. And this is basically what I want to be using it for. Is so I can show you stuff under the scope. That's actually not bad. It's showing you where all the resistor places go. It's actually reflecting a bit, so let's see what happens when we take the brightness down a bit. That's it almost off. Okay, so we can see all the little resistor placements. That's from quite a distance away, actually. Let's flick it over. This is a bit that I use to tell you about the different size chips. The smallest being 0402, 0603, and going up. So I would actually say, even at its furthest away, it's quite... it's really got quite a good magnification on it. Okay, so that's that little board. Right, just for a laugh, here's a bit of... I've got a bit of circuit board. Sorry for all the banging. Here's a bit of circuit board here that we might be looking at in normal times. So this is actually of a skybox. So what do I want to look at? Do I want to look at one of these chips? Has it got anything on the top of it? Again, brightness is... It does get drowned out a bit with the brightness. I've got quite good lighting in here already. Could actually do with a bit more range from it. Right, there's a little chip up in the top corner here that I'm interested in. Right, where is it? There it is. Or will we go for... There we go. Actually, that's quite good. So there's the top of a chip. And you can quite clearly make out the part number, CMD 1007, and all the rest of it off of it. What else can you make out? There's not a lot on there, because I've desoldered quite a few wee bits and bobs from it. Let's see if we can get some of the resistors in that across in this corner. So we've got a resistor. Now this is going to be upside down. So what I want to do is I want to zoom in on it, because I want to get the resistor value off of it. And if I take the focus into the right place, can I read what's on it? I can. I can see that's a 103 resistor, which is 10 and 3 zeros. That is a 10k resistor. So yeah, okay. What else can I get on off of this? There's another little chip there. Hold on, there it is. Now, can I get that into focus? And it might be just the way the light angle's shining on it. Can I get a part number off of that? Yep. Let's just adjust the brightness. Maybe take the brightness off a bit. A92EE1. So yeah, it's usable. There we go. A92EET, whatever that chip does. Anything nearby it? See if I can find something else with electricity on it that I haven't pulled apart yet. Okay. Right, here's another bit of board. So I'm interested in this chip here. Now, does it have any markings on it? Let's just scroll down and see. Let's get a bit closer to it. Adjust the focus. There is, but you can hardly make it out. It's one of these ones that, these chips that you've got to hold it in the light at the right angle of dangle. There's a few little transistors in that there. Can I get any info off of those? Not really, but the resistor's next to it. What's that? Another 103. There's a chip there. Where's the chip? One arrow. That's a diode. Or, yeah. What other stuff have I got? You can actually read the stuff off them, so that's obviously it's upside down. 1 6 and 2, 1 6 and 2 zeros, so that's 1600 ohms. And an N7, and I can look that up and see what that is. Yeah, there's a little transistor or something along that lines, and you can see the part number on it. So you can, it is usable. Is it any good for modelling? Don't know. I have here, as I say, I would prefer this to be a darker, for example, here's a darker sort of, I think it would be nicer with a darker coating on it, but let us just see. So I've got a little, it's actually a little retro kits thing. Okay, it's actually a little resin thing. Now I might want to, obviously I'd have to fix it down here somehow, but let's just take the focus, let's back this out a bit and focus in. Right, so I want to paint this guy's mouth or whatever. So what brush is this? This is a 10-0. So if I want to come in here and paint in round about there, oh god, it's quite difficult though with 10-0. It would take a bit of getting used to, but you could use it for getting in for fine detail painting. Just to give you an idea, that's the size of the thing, right? But under a microscope, you can get right in and go, right, okay, I'm going to put, I've never tried painting this way, but, you know, there's his tongue. You can paint his tongue, and then you can go in and paint his teeth. If you're struggling with your eyesight and you got used to using the device like this, I could see it being quite handy. Disappointing thing for me is that, for some reason, I'm just going to switch this off for a minute. For some reason, none of my menu functions work, which allow you to adjust a lot of different things. So, as a gadget, I can see it being quite handy. I was hoping to be able to use it to show guys how I do soldering and stuff. I don't know if the magnification is actually a bit too great on it to show that. I wouldn't know. I suppose I could do one last thing. Let's just put that on. Say I was doing this Christmas tree. Oh, jings. Now that's it as far away as it'll go. If I was going on to where I was soldering and then going in with my soldering bolt. I'm just trying this off the cuff, just as a matter of interest, because I want to see if I can use it in my, see if I can use it in any of my videos. So if I was going in with a soldering bolt, where are we? Are we here? Are we here? There we go. So if I was going in with my soldering bolt and showing you, this is me soldering this bit, and I'm going to solder that bit, that's fine. It gives you quite a good close-up. Doesn't give you a very good far away field of vision though. Let me just try something. I'll slacken this off and take it away from, although it might unbalance it somewhat. Yeah, it's kind of counterbalanced with the stand. I was hoping that I could maybe, unless I put a bit of weight on it. I do have something with a bit of weight. Give me a second. I'm waffling away here, but I'm just trying to see uses of this thing. So here's a metal jeweler's plate on it. Right. Let's just back that off, turn that to there. Can I get a bit more distance away? Okay. So somewhere round about here. Right, so I'm going to be soldering this bit. It's not bad, I suppose. If I was pulling my camera right in on that screen and trying to show you it right, this is me trying to solder this bit and try to solder that bit. I think it's probably a bit close up for some of the things I want to do on video. Although my solder joints are looking quite nice. But might be handy for me when I'm trying to identify components, etc. So, right, I've done half an hour on this. Is it value for money? I would say so, yeah. It's quite a good wee thing. Especially if you're doing electricity and you're wanting to see a lot of small things, or your eyesight's not good enough to read the resistor colours on there, which is brown. What is it? It's brown. Black, brown. Or gold. There's a transistor. Can it read what type of transistor it is? Let's see. Right, there it is there. So we need to try and focus in on that. Let's get some light on it. Will it tell me what kind of transistor it is? Yep, let's tell me it's a BC 548. So yeah, it does have its uses. It's actually, for me, it actually over magnifies stuff. So yeah, make up your own mind about it. I will put my Amazon Associates link down below if you fancy getting one of these. Obviously, if you order via that link, then I get a small cut off the top of it. But yeah, portable LCD microscope G600. What do I think? My one's broken, but even though it's broken, it does have quite a good magnification on it. So I hope you guys find this useful. I'll keep playing about with it, see if I get an email back from them and see what the issue might be. But yeah, I can see it being a handy little tool, especially if you're like me and you're struggling. Possibly be handy when I'm soldering stuff like I was mentioning before. Oh, these are all 1206s. 1206 style things, and having to come in with tweezers and solder them to see what I'm doing. Definitely handy for that. from a bench application side. Whether it's any good for me doing videos or not, I have no idea. But there is only one way to find out, and I will try it out. Certainly, doing small ICs like that, it would let you see what's what. Now, as I say, this kit is a soldering practice kit. I know I'm still waffling. There's one of the small ICs. This is actually a tiny little 555 timer chip. Let's see if we can get this. There's a 555. Can we focus in on it without it reflecting? Probably not, because of the plastic on the top. But let's see what happens when we start scrolling in. Scroll into it. Focus. Yeah, probably need the plastic off the top of it to focus. But that's a tiny little surface mount 555 timer chip. But yeah, definitely got its uses. Whether I can use it in conjunction with the camera to show you guys stuff, not sure. Good gadget. Mine isn't working properly, but I would expect all the ones on Amazon to be working. So, going to do a few more little gadget reviews. Hopefully you find this interesting and useful. Let me know in the comments section down below. But it's definitely a wee gadget that I was looking forward to using, but it hasn't quite met my expectations, unfortunately. So yeah, leave it up to you guys whether you would find it useful or not. And until the next time or next gadget review or whatever, it's Terry from Smooth's Workshop saying, catch you later. Bye.